Hey everybody, Coach Shawn here. As many of you know, I enjoy mobility, and so over the next couple of weeks while the state is keeping us from our second home at the gym, I'm going to share some of the mobility that I typically do on the road with you, and in hopes that you'll find some of these helpful, useful, and when we're finally able to get back into the gym, you'll be feeling nice and mobile and loose and ready to resume more of a normal life. So I'm going to go through this fairly quickly today. I will be doing videos in the future that will be a little more in-depth, but today I'm just going to work on the lower half of the body. All I have is a foam roller and a lacrosse ball, and we're going to go through this. Quick word of caution with the lacrosse ball: whenever you're using it on a specific body part, as you'll see, we're going to use it on the bottom of our foot and our hip. Whenever you're creating a direct pressure, pinpoint pressure with the ball, you can bruise that area, so be careful with that. You do want to put enough pressure that you're feeling that it's actually doing something, but not hurting too much. When you start using the lacrosse ball, if you're not familiar or comfortable with using it, I would recommend about every 2 days. Once you've built up a little bit of a tolerance, you can definitely use it every other day. But just be careful with it. If you have any specific questions, feel free to let me know. But if you, say for example, you do your hip and you come back to your hip 2 days later and you put the lacrosse ball in a specific spot and it feels bruised, then you need to back off a little bit. So with that said, we're going to get started. We're going to start with the lacrosse ball on the foot. Make sure that when you work the foot, I like to make sure you get in the toes, work the ball of your foot. When you get to the instep, make sure that you're hitting the inside, the center, and then the outside of your foot. So whether it's side to side, circular motions, back and forth, however you like to do that, make sure that you're working the foot. And then also try to get this connection point in here between the heel and the instep. Do this for about a minute or so on each foot, and then we're going to move on. From here, we're going to work on some ankle mobility. So, what we're going to start off with is basically a lunge. Now, what I want to do is take this back leg and I want to drive it back. This is going to create a great stretch in the quad and this back leg. Your foot can either be flexed up on your toes, or you can just put your foot down like such. Front leg, nice vertical shin. This is my left leg, so I want to take my left arm and I want to put it outside my foot, getting my leg up into my armpit so that I can create some downward and forward pressure on this leg. Now, foot stays flat, heel stays on the ground. I should be feeling a stretch, possibly in the bottom of my foot, but definitely up my Achilles in the back here. You might even feel up toward the connection point in your calf. So I'm going to sit here. And honestly, this one, anywhere from a minute to about 4 minutes. On days that I'm going to be doing some heavy front squats or pistols especially, I will hold this for about 3 or 4 minutes. As you relax into the stretch, you should find this knee slowly moving forward as things loosen up back here. So again, 1 to 4 minutes on each leg. From the ankle, we're going to move on to your calves. Many times on the road, I do not have access to a foam roller. Luckily today I do, so I'll show you that in a minute. But if you only have a lacrosse ball, we can work the calves, and basically what I recommend is just taking the lacrosse ball, relaxing your leg, and just getting some pressure and digging in to your calf. Most of you will probably find painful spots along the soleus or along the inside of your calf here, and then possibly on the outside as well. The middle, where the gastroc is, usually feels pretty good. So digging into your calf with the lacrosse ball is one great way. If you have a foam roller, go ahead and take that foam roller and work the entire calf. So a couple different ways to do this. Use this leg and your arms to support yourself, lift yourself up. Get some pressure on this calf. While you're doing this with your calf, make sure that you're hitting all sides. Turn your foot out for a couple passes, up and down. Turn your foot up for a couple passes, up and down. And turn your foot to the inside. If you need more pressure than this, cross your other leg over, and now with your hands you can lift your butt up off the ground and support yourself and roll the entire calf up and down. Again, turning your foot out, turning your foot up, and turning your foot in to ensure that you're hitting all sides of the calf. Next, we're going to loosen up the knee capsule a little bit. So, we're going to hit 2 different spots on the knee. We're going to take a lacrosse ball. If you have a ball that's a little bigger than a lacrosse ball, it actually works well. Baseball is about as big as I would go. We're going to take and we're going to pinch on the outside of the leg. Using your hands down here by your ankle, you're going to create as much inward pressure as you can, and we're just going to move the foot. I recommend the easiest thing to do is just spell the alphabet with your foot. That ensures that you're moving your foot in all directions. Once you go through the alphabet, or maybe 30 seconds, go halfway through the alphabet or something, we're going to move to the more painful spot, and that's going to be essentially right in the center of the knee. From here again, hands on your ankle, pinching as much as you can. That feels awesome. And we're going to either again spell the alphabet, move your foot in circles, X shape, up and down, left and right. Just do your best to make sure that you're moving your foot in just about every direction you can possibly think of. And again, this should take on each spot maybe 30 to 45 seconds, somewhere in there. All right, next, we're going to work the top of the knee. So 3 spots on the top of the knee. We're going to start with this teardrop shaped muscle on the inside here. Then we're going to move to kind of the center of the knee, and then we're going to hit this outside spot right here. So turning that here real quick. So with this, what we're going to do is we're basically going to just lay down, and we're going to position the lacrosse ball. We're going to start on the inside, that nice little teardrop shaped muscle. And we're just going to move our leg up and down about 20 times. After that, roll a little bit again toward the center of the knee. Try to, right here, just above the kneecap, soft tissue there. We're going to do about 20 leg raises up and down. And then finally, moving toward the outside of the leg, this part of the muscle right here. And, oh, yep, great. We're going to move our leg up and down about 20 times. So between those two, that's going to help kind of loosen up the knee a little bit. Next, we're going to move on to our quads. Taking the foam roller. The easiest way to get your entire quad, inside, top, and the outside, is, for example, I'm going to start on my right leg, and I want to push this foam roller all the way out to the right, so that I'm not laying on it like this. I want the actual foam roller out to the side here, so I have the ability to move back and forth a little bit. So I'm going to start making sure, again, we go the entire length, so from our hip all the way to our knee. Starting at the hip, using this leg over here for support to kind of lift if I'm feeling too much pressure, or just kind of relax it if I need more pressure. So from here, I'm going to roll the entire length of the quad up and down. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see. Let's go this way actually. The entire length of the quad, all the way down to the knee and all the way up. From here, turn a little bit so you can hit the inside of the leg, and you can actually turn your foot out. Hit the inside of your leg, your adductor. Hit that a little bit. And the most painful part for most people is the IT band, which is this flat piece on the outside of your leg. We'll go ahead and take, as we're continuing on here, from the hip all the way to the knee, roll all the way up and all the way down. If this is too painful with all of your weight on it, you can take this leg and either cross in front or behind, whatever works best for you, and create a little bit of upward, relieve a little bit of the pressure, I guess, and rolling up and down. So with your quad, inside, center, outside, I would spend probably at least a minute on all of that, on each quad.